Oh, hey, Sam. Oh, hey, hon. Everyone's popping up fast today. Just so you guys know, the energy is psycho outside. There has been a car going off for like the past 10 minutes. And kids are screaming. This eclipse is. Whew. I hope you feel better. Jeez. Poor babies. I'm trying to mask it with the music. I usually don't play my music this loud, but it's like I gotta try to cover up the psycho that's happening outside. Oh, don't worry about typos here, unless you really want to. Oh, but I actually popped out of bed this morning, and that has not happened in a long time, so I am feeling this energy. Yeah, it's called a lunar eclipse, and one that got a lot of stuff going on in it. It's not just a normal one. Can't believe someone yelled at Little Bean like that. That's just freaking ridiculous. Yeah, you gotta be careful even walking in the front yard today. Oh no, is it happening again? I'm all like paranoid hearing car noises now because it sounded like something wrecked in front of the house earlier along with everything. So it's just kind of like, okay, guys, I'm definitely not stepping outside my front door today. I would have been too. You don't talk like that to a baby. Hey Anna, how are you doing? I have energy. So, I don't know how that's going to transfer to these readings. We'll see because I haven't had energy in a while. I was also fluently speaking a different language in my dream last night when talking to somebody and understood everything. So that was something else. It was like one of those like older languages. I think it was. It had to originate from either Africa or somewhere around there because it had those kind of syllables and stuff. It was something else. Have a completely coherent conversation in a different language with somebody. Well, the language part was cool, but the context of what was happening in the dream kind of half was and half wasn't. So, and it's kind of a dream that I know would probably trigger people. So I'm not going to say the context of it, but the guy that spoke the language to me was a good person, but there was another one that didn't speak the language that was a bad person, and I'll leave it at that. Slow motion rom com, that's great. Yeah, I don't want to have to put a trigger warning on the videos. See, I was wondering when you were gonna pop in. Oh, you actually kind of made me want a banana. Don't mind me. But, so, before I start the pick a card and pick out crystals, I'll do a couple of readings. I'll start for Owen because I know he's a hot mess. So, I'll read for Owen. And my cat just burped. Just expose me. That's what the cards do, anyways. But, yeah, Anna. Those are always great, aren't they? Let's see. Let's use let's use Owen's best friends. We got the Fae. So we'll see what the Fae have for you. Hey, technically we're all messes. I'm just a mess with energy. That's the only difference, guys. Let's get a pickup on Owen's energy and some advice for him. Okay, so those popped out together. This is really weird, Owen, because I almost feel like this isn't you that's doing this. It's like I keep feeling group, but like a group not going away. This is like really weird energy. But it's like at the same time it's like good energy you need to let go of. This is really strange. Okay, Pentacles being the physical reality. This is the expectation thing I was talking about, the not being able to let go of the way others are going to be receiving you or like your ideas, because you might be feeling like they are on the same wavelength, like you guys are kind of going along the same path right now. But what's happening is they're stuck. They're like very stuck and not actually removing things like you think they are, or possibly how they're telling you. There could be some deceit here. Um, you have to pull back a little bit and quit projecting your vision of who these people are on them. Because it's gonna make it to where you can't move forward. It's like that's just its own little thing coming out. And yeah, I'm saying you can't move forward and we get the Chariot reversed. Okay, so it's gonna be one of those kind of days, guys. um, hey, babe, how you doing? So, dang. See, this is like what I was saying. This is really like not. This is so weird because it's like I was saying, it's not like this is necessarily bad energy, but I feel like what's being put on it is what's causing the stagnation here, because it's almost like not moving forward from the death of an idea as opposed to what someone is actually doing. And you're hurting yourself by allowing yourself to keep these expectations. Like, this is a lot of major arcana, and for this to be the only upright thing where it's like a group of people that you thought shared your values and people that possibly brought out some good in you, but also not being able to let go of your expectations is really. If people fall short, you gotta remember everyone's human, hun. And you have to make a decision if you. Okay? Um. Oh my god. Even your cards are a mess. Like, trying to come out of. Did it. Did it freeze? Okay. Don't scare me like that. Um. So your cards are trying to flop out here too. Let's see what these ones are saying. Okay, so. Okay, so this energy right here with the Six of Pentacles, things getting balanced out and you getting what you deserve and like these rewards and stuff is coming from the same energy. But it's coming, like I'm saying, this mental expectation here, this thing that's caused you a lot of like anxiety and depression and a lot of pain. This is things that you need to let go of, especially when it comes to this energy, this water energy here. This is almost like even Seven of Cups here, the illusion card. Like, this is having an illusion over what this water sign was. So it's almost like if you back up a little bit and kind of start changing your perspective on some things, you'll be able to move forward. But right now, you casting this illusion over yourself, which is very, very easy to do in this Neptune energy because it's squaring the nodes right now. This is probably why you're feeling so like edgy about your own energy in yourself, and it's keeping you stuck. It's because of you projecting what you think other people are either thinking about you or what they're doing, when in reality you just need to kind of step back and let things happen, because as you release these things, this illusion will fall away too, and you'll see just what's there and what's actually physically present for you, as opposed to like just being stuck in this energy and not going forward because you're just sitting with it. Okay. Yeah, this energy right here, this is all about you letting go of control, even though you feel like you might have understood this situation or had a better vantage point over this situation. This is you really needing to let that go, because like the wheel's turning right now. Things need to start going forward, and you don't want to go forward into like a fruitless energy here, because this like every time besides this Wheel of Fortune here that you've gotten a major arcana card, it's been reversed. It's almost like your own energy is being stunted by the illusion you're putting over yourself. But you need to realize with this Wheel of Fortune that things are going to keep moving regardless, because if you look at it, it actually has the moon phases on it, and right now we're at the full moon eclipse, so this is like in motion right now. But you staying in this place where you're, it's a bunch of projection both on yourself and other people right now, and you kind of need to step back and just catch your breath a little bit, because it's going to keep pushing you into like a very fruitless energy. Like with the Empress reverse, it's like anything you try to do is going to get stunted, because you're stuck in a mindset that you need to like start releasing on people. And it's really hard, because naturally when you have high expectations of yourself, you project that without realizing it. And you might have like the way you look at yourself is like automatically you're looking at someone else like that without realizing it. Like, why is this person doing this? And it's because you wouldn't do it, so you're automatically judging it without realizing you're judging it. And if you let that go, which is hard, it's a really hard thing to do, especially when it's something you kind of do subconsciously, then that's when you actually start being able to see people for who they are, and then you decide if that's something you want in your energy, as opposed to just feeling like really at a loss. Um, yeah, Hangman reverse too. Everything coming out for you is a major arcana, hun. This is like really heavy energy. And like I was saying, you need to change perspective. You've gone through more than enough pain to be sitting in the same perspective. Like everything that you've gone through has been trying to teach you to be able to look at things differently instead of inside of your bubble. And yes, the bottom energy with that 5 of Swords. It's like this mental fight that you have with yourself. Once you can start turning it around and seeing people for who they really are in their own truth, as opposed to trying to see them through your truth, that's when you're going to start making progress. Otherwise, you're just going to keep turning out these fruitless efforts and feeling like you're going in a circle and feeling like you're too much for people, when in reality you just need equal grounding to stand on. Oh, this is for Owen. But hey, if it's resonating, it resonates. But I was gonna do a few readings before starting to pick a card. I want to pull you two from my shiny deck. You know, my pretty shiny deck. I want to pull you two of those. Hey, Ruby. So you got the death card and you got the rebirth card, but the rebirth card is trying to let you know that you can change this. And solitude. And Pisces. Owen. Owen. Freaking Pisces. Dude. Pisces came out on this thing. Okay. We, hun, you aren't a mess. I know you feel a mess. But right now, the best thing you can do for yourself with this energy, you're hearing everything that I'm saying right now, right? It's not cutting out for you because I'm going to go into this. I need to make sure you're hearing me. Yeah, I need to make sure you're hearing me right now. This whole energy that I've been talking about is you not projecting on what you feel your truths are on other people and how you feel people should be because of the standards you hold yourself to. Now, this also goes for how people feel about you because of how you feel about other people, which is really important because something that might seem annoying or stupid to you doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be annoying and stupid to somebody else. But also, that goes for good traits too. So, you need to really do some evaluations of people and how you view them in your mind. Are you idolizing them? Are you putting them on pedestals that possibly if they step out of line of it that you're just going to disregard? Because the thing is, expectations here is coming through so much with this energy, and you got the King of Cups and Pisces here, so we both know who this is talking about. Like, there's no way around who this is talking about. And like I was saying, very heavy Neptune energy in this reading. With Neptune squaring the nodes, it's very easy. And with the Seven of Cups here, throwing illusion on things, which expectations are illusion. That's just what it is. Because nothing's happened, it's an expectation. So you need to step out of the energy of feeling everyone's on your same truth, on your same wavelength, because no one shares your truth and no one shares your vision. You're the only one with your vision. The only way to equalize these things is to release your mind, is giving like a new rebirth to your mind, and that's what this energy is calling for. And you actually have solitude here as well. And what's interesting is in this picture, there's actually, what are they called? The rabbit, is it a jackalope or it's the thing where it's the bunny with the horns. I've actually seen one in real life. It's kind of freaky, but it's like you have that energy here, and it's like it's not something you see often, and when you see it, it's kind of startling. But what's interesting is on this card, there's actually the word solitude. Now, this energy is really telling me you need solitude from the energy that just kind of pops on you and you don't know what to do with it. Because you need to clear your thoughts. The only way you're going to get through this energy is by allowing yourself not to get distracted while you're working through what you've planted, because it's letting go of this system of feeling like you actually know how things should turn out, or you know how people will react to certain situations. It's learning to let go of that and let control go of how you feel things should happen. Because, like, your perspective is really stunted right now because of this, and you're not going to be able to create what you want to create, whether it's relationship or anything else, because cups, relationships, creativity, love, all that stuff, and bringing it down into the physical world if you're stuck in this. So, as much, I think what's been messing you up is you've been around other people too much, and it's like completely messed up your energy. And that's why you're feeling so tired, is because you literally need a really good recharge right now. Even though this says rebirth, I'm really feeling like recharge too. Like, it's almost like you need to plug yourself in and just, you know, let your battery go up for a bit, because things are, with this Wheel of Fortune, things are going to keep moving. Even if you're stuck, things are going to keep moving in your physical world, because those are the actual right side cards, because everything that's stuck is literally your spiritual and mental world right now. So you need to step out of that. But yeah, hun, this is directly calling out a person here. I drank my water, damn it. Dude, animals and everything, like my little kitty's in here, and he was needing attention so bad before I started. Now he's chilling. But who is ready for the pick a card for the energy for this week? Because we all know it's going to be interesting. Me? It's what I usually do on Mondays, hun, with choosing the crystals, and you guys have your crystal piles. It's, yeah, hun. It's saying that about everybody, not just the Pisces. It's saying that you have your expectations of how people are going to react before things happen. And you need to let that go, because it's setting an expectation for someone's behavior and someone's personality. And if you keep doing that, you're just going to keep shutting yourself off to opportunities over and over again. You need to step back from it and realize anyone you idolize, anyone you hate, things like that, you need to start like pulling back a little bit and just kind of seeing when that comes up in yourself. And it's really hard because you don't even realize you're doing it when you're doing it. I can speak from like experience with that, because it's really hard, and sometimes it hurts a lot when you do that, because you realize why you place expectations, and a lot of times it's because of things that were placed on you. So it like starts going deeper. It's kind of like a shadow work type thing. So it's not, that's why the solitude card came up. It's not one of those like little like, oh okay, I'll do that kind of processes. You had a lot of major arcana that are telling you you need to do a lot of that internal work. So that was really like heavy on you right now. That's why this is happening. And quit projecting on yourself as well what other people are going to be thinking of you, because that's also an expectation that you're placing on them, like how they're going to see you. So first, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the decks. that I'm going to be using for this week's readings. Now, I chose these because we have so much planetary energy going on. I wanted to pick cards that we could go through and get some planetary energies and how they're affecting each of the crystal piles. And then I also got some fairy messages too, so they can sprinkle their magic in there however they want, whether it's sassy or nice. That's completely up to them. But for the major energies of the week for each pile, I'm going to use the astrology reading cards. You're welcome, Owen. And like I said, they can either bring love or sass or both, with some fairy messages. And for our tarot, we're going to use the Tarot of Dreams because that got some astrology aspects to it as well. I'm telling you guys, I'm diving into some astrology this week. Did it just freeze again? I'm gonna kick it. See, I'm getting a new freaking camera. Stop it. Oh my gosh. I am like so over this. Okay. Like I was saying, I'm getting a new camera this week. It's a good thing I ordered one because that crap keeps happening. Okay. But we're gonna use the Numinous Tarot for even more. And then on top of that, the Moonology as well. Because, you know, we have an eclipse going on today. Or had one early this morning, but the energy is going to be sitting with us for 6 months. Yeah, this isn't going away tomorrow, guys. This is going to be sitting with us for half a year until the cycle is complete. So let me pull out my crystals that I am drawn to. And yes, that's kind of how eclipses work. But let's see, whatever crystals I'm drawn to, and then I'm gonna pull up the singing triangle and do that for you guys. Okay, guys, we're gonna go for the big one. We're for those of you that want to choose the big one, this is Tiger's Eye. This lovely, humongo piece. We're just gonna sit right here. Like I'm saying, I'm going with what I'm pulled to, and this, I'm not gonna say the properties of that one, but I can definitely see why that one's up there. Ah, you're just knocking my. Okay, that must mean that he wants to be up here. He little rose quartz unicorn wants to show off, and so does pink tourmaline. So they're coming up. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, the point doesn't even fit on the camera, guys. Okay, where, and we're gonna do the cube. We're doing the cube. This is fluorite. And it's a cube that stands. Yes, that cube. So we got all kinds of different stuff going on. Whatever you are drawn to, if you are drawn to more than one, then you are drawn to more than one. But we are going to start this, and like I said, tiger's eye, rose quartz, pink tourmaline, and fluorite. And this is green and purple fluorite, even though this camera doesn't show it that well. Hopefully my new one shows these things a lot better, and you guys will be able to see tons of crystal details, and I'll be very happy about that. But we're gonna do the singing triangle, guys, and get started. Hey. Let's do this thing, guys. Pull up my chair. There we go. There we can't even sit on the screen. But yeah, we're gonna put that one right there. We'll put the little babes off to the side over here. They're still here for you guys to see. But yeah, whoever chose the big Buffy the Vampire steak, as Owen called it. Let's go ahead and pull out okay, or they can jump out. That's perfectly fine too, whatever. I feel like I still need one more though. It's this one. Okay. Okay, you guys got a lot of reversed energy here. Got the 6th house, Pluto, Libra. Hey, unicorn. We're not having any of stop it. I'm like fighting with the unicorn over here trying to follow me. Okay. Unicorn is now going over here. Obviously, he is trying to bring in a message saying, love your damn self, because he won't stop falling over. I don't know what else is going to happen in this pile, but he kept smacking me. He wouldn't stay still. So, yeah, this unicorn is ready to speak over here. But, okay. We're going to go ahead and get started. having all this energy in reverse immediately speaks to me of internal. This is very internal. What's going on here? This isn't necessarily saying the energy is stopped. This is what you need to be working on internally. Because having the sixth house here, this is the house of health and duty, and it can be, small, like domesticated animals too, which is kind of cute. I don't know why that really wanted to be talked about, but it can be about that too. But this house also represents the house of neglect to me, because when you focus too much on other people, you tend to neglect your own health. Now, with this being reversed, it's really telling you to take stock. It's saying, like, look at yourself, look at how you're feeling, what's your mental health, your emotional health, what's going on with your spiritual health as well, because your internal starts getting reflected on the outside. So this is really saying you need to sit with yourself and do good things for yourself, which is probably why this guy just would not stop. It's almost like he's wanting to, okay, he wants to just be a part of the reading, guys. His energy is just going to chill with the reading, because he really just, he wants to come in and show some love. This isn't his pile, he's just showing love. So, I just got a new kitty. But, with this Pluto energy reversed here, Pluto is in Capricorn conjunct Jupiter and Saturn right now. And with this internal type of energy, it's like this big internal transformation. This is kind of going back to the health here. You can't keep trying to focus externally and looking at different areas. I keep hearing relationships. You keep looking at different areas that you're trying to transform, thinking that's what's going to transform you, when what's happening in reality is you're not focusing internally, and you're not registering everything that's going on inside you because of the projection happening. And that can happen with this Libra energy, because Libra also represents the seventh house. And a lot of times that happens with relationships we have, because since it's opposite the first, our relationships are projecting onto us what they feel we should do, their expectations. And then it's also this energy of you projecting onto relationships. So especially with it reversed here, this is really trying to show this internal energy here, and just how much you're pulling this inside, when in reality you should be focusing more on the balance and balancing yourself out, so that way your external is actually healthy. Because there's too much going on internally, especially with your communication with yourself right here, because third house being communication, even though it represents a lot of different things, like a little bit of travel, siblings, things like that. I mean, you could be doing things like that because it is the holidays, but this right here is really about how you're speaking with yourself. And I think that's why Mr. Unicorn's just over here throwing himself all up in this reading. And rose quartz is Libra's crystal. But this energy right here is a lot about, like, how are you talking to yourself, and what is your internal dialogue. Because the third house is ruled by Gemini, which is this eclipse energy. And it can be very tricky energy with how you're actually communicating. Because if you're not paying attention, your own thoughts can turn on you very easily, which is what will stunt this, which is what causes all this turmoil and causes your health to go downhill, and which causes you to project that onto your relationships instead of doing the healing that comes from very deep shadow work, which seventh house is also your shadow that you have to deal with as well. So there's a lot of internal work here, but Mr. Unicorn saying, like, you make sure you love yourself now. Make sure you love yourself. So we're going to pull out some fairy messages and see what they have to say to you. Okay. This pile obviously just wants to throw things at me. The first thing we have out is abundance. Okay, this pile's getting sass. Automatically the thing I heard right here is an abundance of neglect. Okay, you guys are getting the tood from them. Let's see what keeps coming out here. It's almost like they're saying, like, yeah, you guys know what you're doing, and you're doing it with some. They know you guys aren't going outside enough. Either that, or you're going so far outside of yourself that you're ignoring the internal, which is this transformation too. So it can be both. You need sunlight, but not in the way where you're completely surrounded by people that are distracting you from your own growth. Because it's almost like it's telling you, instead of going outside, go inside yourself. Deal with your shit. Like, they aren't playing around with this. And you need to do a lot of it. I think this one's resonating. Stargazing. So this right here, what this is making me feel is not necessarily, I mean, for some of you, it could really help you to go out at night and just have that calm energy because everything's a little quieter. But this is also telling me that this is just needing your peace right now. This is like being able to kind of sit with yourself and realize that you hold constellations in you too. I mean, it's true. I mean, all of our birth charts are literally where stuff was sitting in certain constellations. So we hold a blueprint of constellations within us. So stargazing within and looking to your own shadow here is going to show you those different aspects of yourself because we all have those. And then there's temptation. See, this is coming out with this third house energy mixing in with this Libra energy. It's very tempting to try to project what you need to do on other people instead of looking at yourself. And it's very tempting to keep repeating cycles because it's comfortable to keep talking to yourself. Like if you're telling yourself your shit, like what are you playing back to yourself right now? I mean, think about it. And if you have this on repeat and this is how you're communicating to yourself, it's going to start coming out in your relationships. And I mean, the bottom of the deck here is purity, and it's like make sure that with anything you're doing, you're being very conscious of if it's hurting your heart or not. Don't ignore it. Like you hold the answer to if it's hurting you or not somebody else. Like you can't go to someone like, should this be hurting my feelings? It's like you know how you feel, and if you're going outside of yourself to find answers, that's not the way to do it right now. This is completely about gazing inward at yourself instead of being tempted to just throw the blame somewhere else, as hard as it'll be right now. Like, this is like a major push here for you guys. Oh, hey, Jess. And just, oh, I was saying I forgot to show you guys the bottom of the deck for the other one. Guys, this Gemini energy, like I said, it's not going away. Like, this eclipse energy is going to last half a year. Don't feel like you only have tomorrow to do this shit. I think this is why I forgot. But this energy is going to be sitting on you, okay? Like, this, I think this is why I'm telling you, everything is sitting here because it all has a message. Rose quartz unicorn. He's like, love yourself. Take time with yourself. Be compassionate because you have all this going on for half a year, okay? Like, this energy is sparking like a portal for you. Like, this is a door that you have to choose to walk through, and it's a door to yourself. It's not like some door to other people and fixing that shit. This is like, that'll fix on its own once you start fixing your shit, because this energy isn't going away, and it's going to weigh very heavy on you the more you ignore it. Yeah, I saw you like sneak in over there. So let's see what the tarot has for us this week. And just since you okay, that's yours. Since you snuck in, I'll go ahead and tell you. This is the tiger eye pillar pile, as you can, this huge tiger eye pillar. This is the tiger eye pile. Rose quartz unicorn is supposed to be the second pile, but he kept falling over and throwing himself into the reading. So now he's just talking in the reading because he can. He's still pile number 2. with his own message, but he just wants to come in and tell this pile they need to be compassionate and like take care of themselves because they're the pile that's neglecting themselves right now. More Gemini energy over here with this Nine of Swords and all this anxiety you guys are holding on to, and this is poking the shit out of me. And the Tower, guys, your stuff is like, I want to be a hot mess right now, but you guys need to quit thinking like that. It's the thinking. Stop it. Like, see, bottom of the, before I even read this, I usually don't do this. Bottom of the deck energy is come out of this shit. Like, literally, just like walk out of it. It's the Five of Pentacles. Instead of feeling like you're destitute and just, you know, destined to live this bullshit, like, get out of your mind. This is Mercury right here, and this is Taurus energy. It's very stubborn thinking is what this is. It's like you need to walk out of your mind a little bit and actually ground yourself, because what you guys are probably going to laugh at because I know Tiger Eye properties, but you guys need to walk out and ground yourself a little bit of your mind. Walk more into you instead of into your mind. Like, you need to be in your heart space, not in this mind space where you're just destitute over here. Okay, so let's see. First card flipped out. So I don't know how many of you are Libras or just have heavy Libra that picked this pile, but Libra's coming out again. We got Libra and then Justice, which is Libra. So, like, this shit is literally saying, like, you know, things are gonna work out, but you need to balance your shit out. Like, for real. Like, with this, like, abundance of neglect you guys got going on over here. Like, especially with this Nine of Swords energy where you guys are just holding on to bullshit. Like, literally, instead of, like, letting it go and using it to transform yourself, you're holding on to it and being, this is causing you guys to have anger issues and causing you to be very irritable, especially with how you're communicating to people, because you're not speaking how you feel. What you're doing is you're throwing your emotions on people, which isn't fair to them. This is why this work needs to happen, is because you're actually causing other people harm by your actions, and it needs to be righted right now. Like, you need to rectify some of these things so you don't end up screwing yourself over, because we have the tarot card right in the middle coming out under Mr. Unicorn here. I just heard Love Thy Neighbor. But this right here, Libra bracelets are screaming. But Mr. Unicorn obviously wanted to talk about the Tower. So this way you are communicating is gonna bring on a lot of shit for you. Because if you're looking at this tower, it's standing pretty stable. It's not like a lot of other towers where things are like completely falling apart. It's basically like this lightning bolt shot out from the anger, from this irritability, from this inability to have a little patience with other people and with yourself, and just came through and broke some of this shit. It broke the balcony and caught the top on fire. And it's like, all of this is very mental for you guys. Your freaking brain is on fire. You're probably getting headaches out the ass, and you're probably not sleeping. So, and if you are sleeping, you're waking up really like messed up when you're waking up, because this is like a lot of top heavy energy up here. Meanwhile, you have the sunlight shining on the bottom down here with flags going, like, oh, I don't even know what's going on up here. Like, I'm completely ignoring that. I'm just down here in my grounded reality that I'm making for myself right now. You guys. And then you have this Ace of Wands coming out over here on it's trying to tell you guys, like, realize the beauty that lies within you and create from that. Create something new from that instead of looking at other people's things and thinking it's better. You have what you need. Like, you don't need to be creating shit for yourself. Literally, you're creating shit for yourself, and it's going to get rectified one way or another, whether it comes through some tower moments or it's literally you learning this before tower moments happen and creating a different way to go here. Because this is showing, like, are you going to create this Ace of Wands energy, or are you going to create the Tower? Because it's like either way, karma's going to come up and show itself, because it's just like sitting right here. Like, if whatever, it's going to come. It's like whatever one you guys want to pick, because this is the same colors here. We even got a volcano going off in the background. There's something disruptive happening in both of these cards, and you're making whatever's going to come out here. So is it going to be a fresh start where you've actually gone in and like realized, okay, I have faults, but I also have beauty, and I'm learning to create from both places? Or are you just going to keep projecting, because it's going to create this shit and it's not going to be pretty? So it's all about, once again, finding the balance with you guys. And this is Jupiter Capricorn energy right here. Like I said, we have Pluto conjunct Jupiter and Capricorn. Wherever you guys have Capricorn sitting in your charts right now, this transformation really needs to be focused on. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of focus on your seventh house and Libra energies, but wherever you guys are having this conjunction happening, there's a lot of things that are needing to be paid attention to, because this whole energy, especially with the bottom of the deck being you need to come out of your shit and actually like get grounded in reality, this energy right here, like both of these pentacles, the coins, are at even, like there's so much things about balance, and this is all about balance too. They're completely equal. Your blessings aren't going to start coming through with Jupiter until you learn this balance inside of you, so it starts going external, because right now there's a complete imbalance happening here, and one way or another it's going to get rectified. So it's like you are pretty much making a choice here. See if I can scoot a little bit so I can get this guy over here. But you're gonna need to rectify this, because you don't want to run off with this Page of Wands and do something that is like half-baked, or like try something and give up, burn out, all this other energy. Because working with the balance is what's going to help you guys with this energy and going the right way. But if you go towards burnout and you're just doing all this lashing that's happening here, going back and forth, especially with the Mars in Aries and Chiron in Aries, it's like instead of dealing with your wounds, you're letting your wounds take over and you're lashing out, then that's what's going to create this energy. Wait, I wasn't, like, when I start talking, I'm not reading over here. Like, your tarot is there. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. Okay. Um. Sounds like a personal reading. Oh my gosh. If your Venus is in Capricorn, this is pretty much what I'm talking about, hun. If your Venus is in Capricorn, this is that relationship thing where you're actually learning a whole lot about relationships. And since Pluto is in Capricorn too, all this stuff is sitting in there, probably making a stellium wherever you have it. So you're definitely feeling it on relationships and needing that balance. So let's move on to even more energies, guys. We're going to pull out the numinous and see what it has to throw at us here. Since everyone's already getting a personal reading in this first pile takeover by Mr. Unicorn, even though I'm not reading his properties, I'm only going to talk about the tiger eye. 11th. This right here is speaking really big to you guys about friendships, about communities that you're a part of. It's also talking about how you're letting certain dreams that you have or certain things that you really want just get pushed away. And that's because you're choosing to neglect yourself. This needs to be balanced out, because if you don't have a strong energy, like a strong 11th house energy, you can't really go and put out in the world what you want to do. It just completely stunts it. So you need to have a strength there and understand what you can do to help yourself, even if it means letting certain friendships go that are really stunting you. And then we have Cancer jumping out on top of, yeah, it's like this mental emotional roller coaster you guys have yourselves on that you're ignoring right now, with this heavy Cancer energy being reversed. Like, you guys are not nurturing yourselves at all. This energy here of being able to like give birth to creation and all these ideas and having that protective energy of the moon, because Cancer is ruled by the moon, is almost making it to where you guys need to kind of be your own mom in a way, and like, you know, the way you would do stuff for like younger little ones and tell them to do things, you need to kind of step back and do it for yourself. Like, you need to mom yourself, even if it annoys you. You need to write yourself some notes, like, you know, you need to do this to take care of yourself, because this is having a direct effect on your emotional state and your mental state, and that's why you're closing off and refusing to go internal, is because of this choice of neglect towards yourself. What do you mean, what's Jupiter, Owen? Jupiter rules Sagittarius, if that's what you're asking, and it's also in Capricorn. Oh, shoot. Okay. Nightbot, chill. Just posting everything right now. So, these two flew out. And it's kind of ironic, I'm not gonna lie. So, we have Jupiter's Your Jupiter's in Capricorn. Okay, so that means that all these planets I was talking about in Capricorn are sitting with your Jupiter. So you kind of have this double thing sitting on your Jupiter, sadly. That's kind of, and Capricorn's in your ninth house. Okay, so basically, it's like what I told you in your reading with your ninth house. There's a lot of things just sitting there and restricting a lot of stuff you need to learn, but that's because you need to learn from an internal source instead of looking into yourself. So definitely, especially since this is actually coming out with complexity, but it's in the reverse, like it really wanted to go with the ninth house, like it jumped out. This is really trying to like tell you guys that pick this, or that are resonating with this, whatever's happening right now, that you going outside of yourself and trying to find this knowledge is just making it more complicated. You guys are actually complicating things by doing this. And this is coming out on the Tower and the Ace of Wands. Like, it's trying to show you guys that you're actually complicating things by trying to find all the answers somewhere else, when if you just kind of sit with yourself a little bit and to start taking stock of what you're actually doing with your time and where you're spending your energy, like, do you actually want to use your energy on this? It'll open stuff up and it'll make you start seeing from another perspective. Because as it is right now, the way you guys are interacting with people isn't conducive to anything, really. It's just kind of making it harder for yourself. These want to come out together. Oh my gosh, the 6th house and the 3rd house came out again. Guys, they came out together, okay? This is literally what I was telling you with how your health is directly affected by this. Like, but 3rd house is upright and it's trying to say perception. It's like it literally says perception, and I just said perception. This is like, it's trying to say that literally, like, your internal dialogue is what's creating your perception. It's what's creating how you're communicating with other people, how you're communicating with yourself. Like, this is still reversed here. The 6th house is direct effect on your health, guys. Like, it's like there needs to be a lot of healing and stuff going on here. Your health's just going to keep going downhill. It's not going to get better. And you're not going to be able to go out and create the things you want to do if your health goes downhill. I mean, I'm speaking from some experience here. Like, when your health is crap, it's hard to do anything. So, and the last thing you want to do is go after something you always dreamed about when you barely feel like getting out of bed. And this can range on spectrum of what's happening. This could be depression all the way to a chronic physical ailment or something. Like, this is like just showing you guys this is a spectrum here that's going to be affecting health. Now, and it all comes from how you're viewing yourself, how you're talking to yourself, and then how you're reflecting that to the outside. Because are you actually paying attention here? Like, are you doing what you need to do, or are you just being tempted by what's comfortable? And then we got this bottom of the deck energy, which is Scorpio. And it says the animal on it. And it's really making me think about, with these energies, because you guys have a lot of Mars energy sitting here that's causing all this irritation. With these energies of Mars and Chiron in Aries, and then the planets of Mercury and Venus in Scorpio, your communication and the way you're going at people, because Venus is relationships, is going to be very, like I've been saying, it can be fiery, and it can be, in a way, very deep cutting. And the reason you're doing that is because you're cut very deep right now because of the things you're doing to yourself. So you need to actually, this is all about you guys needing to really focus internally. And since this is dealing with the eclipse, like literally, this is something you guys are going to be doing for a while, because this is a very deep dive here that you guys need to work on. Like, just like setting an intention isn't going to do much for this. Like, this is literal, like, you guys need to be doing work. And the sixth house is also routine. This needs to be part of your routine. What you need to actually be seeking is a routine for yourself where you can give back to yourself daily. And if you can't do it daily, like, try to do it as often as possible. That actually is conducive to your health. Because in the long run, what's going to happen is you guys are just going to wear yourselves down. We're drinking so much water. Okay, so we're gonna pull from Moonology just to get a little more energy off of, because since this eclipse energy is lasting so long, just to kind of see what's coming. Okay, my cat is like sitting. I have a little fan thing going because he likes it, and he's sitting in front of it and sniffing it and kind of sneezing into it at the same time. So I don't know what's going on over there. But this right here, I'm doing this for the actual moon's energy that's going to be sitting with you guys. Like this door, basically, that you guys need to walk down into instead of through, it seems right now, because this door is like almost like it's leading to a basement in you or something. So let's see. Well, look at that. If you guys actually start balancing this out, we can expect some powerful change. And this is an eclipse, by the way. So this is an eclipse card. So, and I'm getting the chills. Eclipse card and powerful change coming from you guys realizing you're just abundantly good at neglecting yourself and you need to fix it. And you start trying to get on the right track with it. Like, it's a very, like, obviously it's going to be going on for like 6 months. It's going to be a lot of change. It's Jeffrey. He's always in here with me for my readings. He just likes being in here and being either a little sleeping marshmallow or a goofball. I'm just glad he's not biting my leg. Okay, and we have full moon eclipse. Okay, guys, this, and it came out with full moon in Taurus. This, okay. This is really interesting. Um, it's telling, like, I've been saying for a lot of you guys, this thinking shit isn't working for you. Like, you're over complicating things because this eclipse, it's literally saying this eclipse is trying to help you understand that certain things you are having trouble with are like the answers are right here. Now you can literally grab them. But what's holding you back is feeling like everything needs to be like completely materialized when in reality this is literally telling you guys to let it flow for right now. Like, you need to let it flow. Don't have this thing because all this sixth house energy, I think you guys are like really keeping your guys like energy to a certain schedule, and that's what's running you like ragged, is because you feel like you need to fill in every little ounce of your energy doing something instead of taking some time for yourself. Because Taurus is a sign that really calls for you to be present. It calls for you to be in your body so you can experience things. And with this right here is just showing you guys are completely out of your bodies, and you need to kind of come back down a little bit and enjoy things instead of feeling this energy like you need to plan every single little thing. Like, because you don't feel like you have enough time in the day. If you don't feel like you have enough time, sit back and reevaluate and ask yourself, is everything I'm doing really necessary? Are all the relationships I'm putting my energy into actually filling me back up as well? Or is it just draining me? Like, you need to get very real with yourself here because you guys need to make space for yourselves in your lives, or this is just going to keep. I mean, you have all this energy here that's trying to show you like answers, and that the answers are already there instead of you like going and looking everywhere. Hey, okay. You guys are so losing some faith with this energy because you feel like you can't, it's like you can't ground what you really want. Like, you can't make it, like, you can't see it in front of you. So it's like you're just losing faith that it's even going to happen. And it's like the next card after you losing faith is that you need to hold the vision. You need to not lose it. Like, just because, like, with these cards coming out on what I was saying about you guys overcomplicating what you need to learn, is literally saying, like, this is double whammy again. It's like you guys are overcomplicating it. You're losing faith because you're overcomplicating it. When in reality, you just need to hold to your vision and, like, really start paying attention to what you want in your heart and taking care of yourself. And it's hard when you're already in this like kind of fixed energy here where you're not wanting to do anything about it. You just want to keep doing the same thing, which is also a Cancer energy. Keep doing the same thing that's comfortable because I like my shell. But what needs to be done here is you need to nurture, and while you're in your shell, do something productive, not just tear yourself down. If you're in your shell tearing yourself down, like, you're going to tear your vision down as well. Like, you're not going to make anything of it. So instead of being in this energy, like, I don't have any of these answers, I don't know what I'm doing, and you're like trying to either read articles online or you're trying to do all these different things where you're trying to get other people to tell you what's wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. The only thing is that you're just ignoring yourself. Literally, you are ignoring yourself. So it's making you lose faith in yourself because you're ignoring yourself. You can't have faith in something you're ignoring. It just doesn't work that way. See, this is the thing. This is what I've been saying to you guys, and for this to come out as the last card, I think is trying this, Mr. Unicorn. You're very close to achieving your goal, is reversed. This is not supposed to make you be down on yourself. You guys need to change your perception about the fact that this is going to take time. Give yourself time and quit expecting instant results. You're not close to achieving this. You guys have really buried yourself under some shit, and it's going to take time to pull yourself out of this shit, and it's going to take self-love and compassion for others and yourself at the same time. Because you have to realize if you can put yourself here, so can other people. Now, you need to understand that if other people are doing it and choosing not to work on themselves and it's still toxic to you, you need to create boundaries. And it's the same thing with you. If you realize you're being toxic, you need to be honest with yourself and work on this stuff. Because projecting is going to give you guys a bunch of tower moments. Like literally, you keep projecting, you're seeking the tower if you keep projecting. Literally. It's like you're manifesting a tower moment and just going beeline for it if you don't step out and look at yourself a little bit and start being more objective here. I'm saying that, and here's the bottom of the deck energy. It's time to release negativity, guys, with more Scorpio energy. It's just like you're being pushed to start this. It's like you guys are like literally like you're looking at the steps that lead to the door and you're just kind of like, I don't know. And it's like this movement forward is so stunted. So I'm gonna read for you guys someone's random writing about what Tiger's Eye is. And let's see what comes out. Very first thing, this is a powerful stone that helps you release fear and anxiety and aids harmony and balance. It stimulates taking action and helps you to make decisions with discernment and understanding and unclouding your emotions. It's a stone of protection, helps you focus your mind, bring mental clarity, resolve problems objectively. Let's see, anything else come out of here? Oh wow, it helps with your root chakra, guys. There's some grounding. It also helps with self-confidence too, which obviously comes from self-love as well. It can help with lack of motivation. Helps building a safe, strong foundation. Directs energy the right way. Clears out mental roadblocks. Deepest dreams suddenly stop being visions and become well and truly in targeted reach. Like, okay, let's just read out the bottom row in one sentence while we're at it. Helps strengthening relationships by overcoming low confidence and breaking tricky emotional ties that deal with finances and money, like possibly if you're feeling like you don't deserve it because of things you've been through. I'm saying that to you guys, and the next thing is for those who struggle with self-worth and who roll up money woes and that, like basically saying like if your self-worth is tied up in money, like I was saying. Helps with lower chakras, like I was saying. All of them, the root, solar, and sacral chakra, all work in harmony here. and my phone keeps throwing stuff in front. Stop it. Stop. I'm trying to read something. It's good for enhancing psychic abilities if you want to connect closer with your third eye, which I think some of you are probably pretty closed off if you're taking this pile. But, and it's Gemini's birthstone, guys, and you guys got Geminis. Gemini eclipse people. Okay. So that is you guys. This biggin right here. That's why you guys needed the biggin. You have a biggin thing to do. But that's my tiger eyes. Now we're just gonna scoot him up here because he's ready and raring to go because we're gonna do his pile now that he's had so much to say. For those of you who chose him, for the record, you guys just heard me drink water, so if it yells drink water, obviously it's not paying attention. Just saying. So, gosh, every time I look at the clock today, like, okay, I had 10:44, 12:44, 1:44. Now I'm 3:22. Like, leave me alone. It's freaking. I get it. I'm doing stuff, okay? It's like constant reassurance. You got this. So let's see for my. Is this thing still on? Let me know. Did I lose you guys? I'm gonna be paranoid now. Okay. Yeah, it's been insane. I'm just making sure because it's like I'm all paranoid now with this technology stuff. Okay, so let's see for my rose quartz unicorns. Well then, okay. Woo! It's telling you guys to let go and just get creative. It's like quit holding yourself back over here. This also comes with romance. We got 11th house energy coming here. And Cancer energy. So all this energy right here, not gonna lie, and then we got Sagittarius reverse, which I think is speaking directly to the nodes, which is being squared off with Neptune. Now I feel with that energy being paired in here, especially since Jupiter rules Sagittarius, it's like you need to bring more confidence into what you're doing because there's certain things starting to flow into your life right now. Fifth house is a lot about creativity, romance, dreams you had as a child, and the 11th house being here is like wishes coming true. So it's almost like learning that you can pull that from inside you and start working towards it. Because Mr. Unicorn's coming in here like you guys need to start blessing yourselves. It's like I don't know why, but he feels like you guys can just bless your damn selves with this energy here because this is very loving energy. It's pretty much coming through and doing a lot of heart chakra healing, which I think is what's allowing this inner child healing so you guys can start bringing this out. And he's been all about some self-love already today, so we know he's big on that. So this is really calling for you guys to have more confidence and belief in what you want to do, what you find love in, what you wanted to do and thought you couldn't, and starting to actually go after it, because there's a lot of friends you're going to make doing this, especially with the 11th house and how everything's so internet based right now. If you start finding your communities and putting this out here, you're going to find your soul people, especially with this family energy coming in. It's more like a soul family, because Cancer is also the 4th house, which is the soul. So I really feel like that's being pulled into here, and possibly for some of you, soulmate connections that are romantic could be getting pulled into, because if you start healing this energy, that's what starts trying to flow in here. Unicorns calling you out. So let's see what the fairies have for you guys. Are you guys gonna get some love or sass? Because so far, Mr. Unicorn has kept jumping in the first pile, saying love yourself over and over again. Very forceful with this love yourself feeling today. Celebration. Okay, might as well throw some Three of Cups energy sitting in here too. More Cancer energy. This is like celebrating yourself, celebrating the things that you once thought you couldn't do because maybe someone told you couldn't, and now like learning that you can go after it. This is like really sweet. Mr. Unicorn's like nature's Mr. Unicorn's like, yeah, I'm the shit. Like coming in here, like your guides are sending you guys a lot of signs right now. Like even though this says subtle messages, I feel like you guys are getting full-blown messages. Like there is nothing tiny, especially with it coming out on Jupiter. This is like big energy. I feel like you guys are actually getting see, I drank water this thing, but you guys are actually getting a lot of signs, whether it's through seeing the same animals, like possibly doing readings or commercials, just watching something on TV and the same thing keeps popping up, numbers, feathers, like Mr. Unicorn wanting to go from one reading to the next, like, shit like that. Synchronicities, like, these are being thrown in your face to help bolster your belief in yourself and to keep moving forward, like, with what you want to do, and actually celebrating the things you want to do and celebrating the things you have hiding in there, because it's actually really beautiful and it's going to make your wishes come true here. So it's like really getting pushed there. This is the second pile, Anna. This is Mr. Unicorn. He had his self-love message he wanted to throw throughout the first pile. And so now this is his actual pile. He's all about some self-love today. The 11th house is telling you guys not to give up, because we have hope reversed on the 11th house. It's like, don't give up on these wishes, guys. Like, this being reversed here is almost like you felt like losing hope in it. And this is like the house of hope here. It's like, don't lose hope. Don't lose it. Hold on to it. Wish on that damn star. Wish on the eclipse. Find balance. That has the same color as the Cancer card. Balance all this energy out, guys. It's like you're not being sent these things for no reason. You're not being told to hold on to stuff for no reason. Like, honestly, with this energy, it's really trying to tell you guys, like, just be gentler with yourself. Like, he's coming in very strong, like, but he's like, love yourself. But it's like this, if he was like a heavy rocker over here, like coming in with him playing like his freaking guitar solo, all about loving yourself. It's reminding me of the Powerpuff Girls, when they did that song, the love makes the world go round, where they're all like doing their little instruments and the wow, wow, wow. Like he's seriously that freaking guitar solo. But he's got a celebration over here with music. Yeah, don't mind me with these random things coming out. Hey Gloria, this is this is the Rose Quartz Unicorn pile. He's been very talkative today. Powerpuff Girl. Okay, another synchronicity. Like I'm saying, this Jupiter is yelling at you people with very loud synchronicities right now. But this energy right here, the only thing reversed for you guys is basically them screaming like, "Don't lose hope." No, play your like your fight song over here. Like there's so much music coming out of this pile. This is a very music heavy pile here. But it's like I don't know if you guys do it for solace or when you're like if you're listening to certain types of music extremely heavy when you went through traumatic experiences that shut you off from your dreams. It could be if you're hearing certain songs right now and it's triggering those, it's trying to help you heal them, especially with like the finding the balance. This is really like trying to help you guys like bring it in and like heal your heart right now by realizing, hey, like I'm past that and like I can celebrate where I am in this current moment and quit like doubting yourself. It's like Jupiter's really coming in with these signs trying to be like, you guys are doing right. Like you might be doing something good and all of a sudden you see a freaking repeating number and it's like, okay, that's them coming in like, good job. Like they're just very forceful with their thumbs ups all the time. It's like if you guys are seeing things, they're pretty much like, good freaking job, you guys. We're proud of you, damn it. But as usual. And see, look, it's like it's no wonder this is so pumped up. Like, if they're feeling your guys' lack of motivation here. It's like this is like this pump up. Like, come on, you guys. Like, she's even like has her mouth open, singing into a freaking flower. Okay, like, what did I say about music with you people? Like, this is like trying to tell you guys, like, don't lose hope. Don't give up on your stuff, even though it might seem a little hard. It's because you're working through like this tough thing. Celebrate what you've done. Love yourself a little bit more while you're doing it. Like, man, I don't know how many times he's gonna make me say love yourself. Don't drink to it. This is not a drinking game. But I'm on the second pile, Gloria. It's just that he decided to come into the first pile and start yelling about self love as well because he kept falling over until I put him in there and started talking about him. But so let's see what the tarot has to say to you guys. First thing out, we got Page of Swords here. New, fresh ideas, new, fresh energy, just coming in, giving you guys some creative juices, especially where you were feeling blocked with it. It's almost like this new way of thinking, which you guys definitely need that since you're starting to lose that motivation and hope. And this one came, guys, this is like basically this card is saying you guys are way too hard on yourselves. And then it's a Jupiter energy coming out with Jupiter. It's saying you guys need to back off how hard you are on yourselves. Like, you need to give yourself a break a little bit here. And this Libra energy coming with balance, like we have Libra, like find the balance, find some rest in between what you're doing. So that way you can celebrate what you actually are doing and what you've done. Like you need to kind of calm down a little bit because this energy coming in here, even though it's reversed, I think this is like not as much physical rest that's needed. This is more of like allowing your mental body to kind of just chill out a little bit and be a little more present and find the balance with being present right now, because the more present you are in the moment is going to help you start getting that hope back and start getting that motivation back instead of feeling so drained. And then we have the Seven of Coins and Mr. Unicorn coming in here like, guys, quit being so stubborn about stuff you worked on before and that it didn't work out, okay? Like, just kind of breathe a little and allow it to go by the wayside. Like, this stuff is going away for a reason. Even though you felt like it was what was truly happening, and this could be what made you lose a lot of your hope, is that you did something that you thought was the thing. This is another thing. Expectations, guys. This is expectations. You guys sowed seeds of expectations, and that's what made you lose a lot of hope. So you need to kind of back off with this energy here, because if you can pull yourself out of it and give yourself a little bit of a mental break and start thinking about this a little differently, it's going to help bring that creative spark back. It's going to help you learn to celebrate life again and help heal some of that heart chakra pain you guys have. And it'll start making your dreams come to life, basically. Because all it's really taking for you guys is stepping past this feeling of, I was about to say not feeling worthy, and we got Ace of Wands reversed. This is like coming out on hope again. This like feeling like there can't be this new start, when in reality it's trying so hard to come in. You just gotta allow it. Like, this energy feels like this reversed fifth house energy over here. It's like not allowing it, because you don't feel like you deserve this wish. You don't deserve these soul people to come to you because of how this thing failed. And you need to quit looking at yourselves as failures. That's a big thing too, because that kind of energy definitely will keep you from being able to move forward. You're not going to celebrate anything if you feel like you're a failure. And these want to come out together. So we got Eight of Swords reversed and the Five of Swords reversed. Guys, this energy is coming. We got Jupiter so many times on here screaming at you guys. Let the blessings flow and believe in yourself. Like, it's even bringing out this eclipse energy. It's like, you guys, this is a door starting for you guys to really start going towards your passion, to start going towards the things you want. But you've got to release the doubt and the chains you've placed on yourself. You've got to quit bringing this into your relationships. We even got Aquarius here, and Aquarius is 11th house energy. Your relationships in Venus is Libra 7th house energy. So it could be a lot of things that relationships keep putting on you, like you need to be doing this instead of this, and your dreams aren't worthy of pursuing. You need to realize that people are not going to see things the way you see things. If you're being chained down by conversations you've had by other people, and all you're thinking about is how it's going to affect your relationship with them instead of valuing yourself, if you go after what you want and you value yourself and those people value you, they're not going to just drop you. They're going to be happy for you. They're not going to be jealous. They're not going to be trying to stab you in the back. You have to let go of this idea that you need to give up on what you're doing simply because someone can't see your vision, because it will just stunt you. Because I feel like this pile probably needs acknowledgement for what they do to feel like they're doing the right thing. And your guides are trying to, that's probably why your guides come in so hardcore. Like, damn, like they just come in hardcore with all the signals like you did something. They're like, yeah, good job. It's like, because they know you guys need that kind of optimism stuck in there, because you guys are so hard on yourselves. It's like they're trying to pop in and fill in those voids where you're expecting other people to do it. So if you need encouragement, rely on the signs more than you're relying on other people, because they're all around you trying to show you you're doing a good job, and they just want you to pay attention to that instead of hinging everything you're doing on what other people are saying right now. Hey, Rajan. Yeah, see, this energy for you guys, Chariot reversed, it's like not going anywhere, losing motivation, losing hope, not wanting. It's like you, and this is that Cancer energy. It's directly linked to you guys needing to heal this heart wound you guys have. Like, I'm telling you guys, Mr. Rose Quartz Unicorn over here, he is like, I mean, look, there's freaking, he's like, my people are in this card, see? And you guys need, I don't know why C came out there. I'm not trying to have any kind of accent. That was weird. But, this guy is, maybe he's maybe Mr. Unicorn's Brooklyn, who knows? But this guy is like, look at my people. I want you guys to move forward and heal yourselves and find that balance and get that hope back. But you're not going to be able to do it if you don't start believing in yourself and that you're worth it. It's like you're going to stay stuck instead of getting this healing water that you guys need. You're going to stay stuck in this energy when you're literally being shouted at that you're doing a good job from all your guides and everything. But let's see what else we pull out here. Oh, hello. Okay. Okay, that one was like, dang, your guys' cards are just okay then. I'm telling you, Mr. Unicorn packed some energy over here. Okay. So, oh! Holy crap. Okay, well, we got the rest of them. They are not playing with you guys. So, first one we had out, this one actually flipped. Guys, it fifth house reversed again, and it says passion. And it's coming out right under this. Come on. It's like I feel like stopping the reading there, but we got to keep going. Then we get this Pisces energy coming out. Okay, this is coming out talking about Neptune. I already talked to you guys about what fifth house is. We've been talking about it this whole time. They're reiterating you guys need a new perspective on this way you view your passions, okay? It's not some stupid little piddly thing, childlike thing. Your passions, your heart's very important, and it's trying to make you guys like really listen to that right now. But this Pisces energy coming out here is speaking all about Neptune and how Neptune is, since it went direct, what it's doing is it's bringing this flood basically back in that was being held back for a bit. And with it being mixed in to all this energy, what's happening is it's making it, I'm trying to convey this message and my throat will not speak. So I'm like over here swallowing constantly. This is, for those of you going through this, especially with it being on this energy here, you guys have some major throat chakra blockages. And it's probably why music, I mean, my music even stopped during this reading. It's probably why music is so big for you guys. Like, literally, my music turned off when I started this reading. I didn't touch it because, you know, obviously it's a sign. But this right here with this Neptune energy, especially when I started talking about it, you guys need to realize that this truth right here coming from Neptune, some things aren't going to be truths and you're going to have to kind of go through certain things. Some people might be putting up a front, some people are not really there as compassionate as you think they are, but you're being reminded to hold yourself to your own accountability, to your own love that you have for yourself, and then keeping that same love for other people no matter where they are, and not taking it into where you're putting it in your mind that you need to be the solver of problems. And a lot of times I think if you are paying attention, that when certain things are happening in your relationships and you're doing things, more than likely you're actually getting signs, because Pisces is a very psychic sign. Like the energy of Pisces, because it's 12th house energy, is literally tons of signs being sent to you when you're doing this in your relationships, and it's trying to be like this flag, like, hey, stop, like that's not your problem. Like they're trying to come in and bring you like back to yourself, so you're not just spreading your energy somewhere else, because you have a lot of very expansive energy sitting on you right now, and they want you to use it for your actual passion instead of burying it, because it's time for you to make this stuff happen. And we got the ninth house. This literally screamed at me, quit seeking validation. Just stop doing it. Like, especially coming out on top of this thing where you feel that this thing didn't work out. You don't need to seek validation for everything you do. Your people are trying to validate the hell out of you for stuff you're doing right now. It's just that you're blocking out the spiritual validation and you're seeking the validation from people who aren't going to understand you on your journey. So you need to like kind of shift it and look to the people and seek the validation from those which are your guides, whatever you believe in, that are trying to come in right now and show you straight up like, look, we're trying to push you here. They don't this I don't feel like you guys are as blocked off as the first group, but you may be ignoring signs simply because you're too focused on this other feeling. And then we have, see, you're missing opportunities. This is coming out on the Ace of Wands and the 11th house. This opportunity being reversed here. By looking at things this way, you guys are missing opportunities. Or you will miss opportunities. Because if your passion's being called to come out right now, and things are trying to happen to you, especially with expansive Jupiter kind of energy, it's trying to tell you luck is working with you right now and you need to like start doing your passion. Otherwise, you're going to miss this opportunity because you're too busy seeking validation from people and wondering like, is this going to work? I don't know if it's going to work. Instead of owning your confidence and owning the fact that this is something from your heart, and other people don't deserve to tell you what you should do with your heart. Only you do that, not someone else. And then we have Aries over here with the radical being reversed. It's basically like telling you guys that you guys are like refusing almost to step out of this box you've made for yourself. And that's what you're being pushed to do with this radical energy. It's like it's trying to tell you like, don't miss opportunities by trying to be meek. You're not supposed to be meek. You're supposed to speak your truth. For one, with this page over here, you need to start it at least, especially with that throat chakra thing I felt earlier. You guys need to really start actually speaking what is your heart truth. It's not saying that you need to stomp on people with your words. It's saying you need to be honest. Like if something is not aligned with you, if something makes you uncomfortable, if something puts you in a place where you feel small and that you don't matter, you need to speak up and say something. Some people might not even know that's how you feel because you're so meek about it. Because some people, you really might have some people around you that really care about you, but you just think they're really mean people because you're not speaking up and saying that you're a sensitive person. And they could be hurting you without knowing it, but if you open up and talk about it, then what will happen is that communication will be open and you'll finally be able to do something. And fuck, we have 7th house relating. It's pretty much what I was just saying. It's like, make it to where people can relate to you instead of just doing what you think they want. Quit thinking for other people and how they're going to react. Quit trying to gauge their reactions before you even say anything and then choosing not to say anything because you already make a scenario in your mind of how it's going to turn out. Everyone's energy is in the air right now. There is no one way anyone can go right now, okay? Like, anybody can be flipping a weird leaf and going off in different directions. That's why it's so important for you guys to actually speak this and be vocal about it, because you're going to be able to see where people are as opposed to guessing. Guessing is not for you guys. You need straight in front of you answers, and the only way you're going to get that is to unchain your mind from what you think and move into the area where you're actually forthright and you're asking like, hey, like, you do this and this is the consequence, like this is what happens to me. And it's not like you're like going to them and saying, hey, you're a bad person because you do this to me. This person, if you haven't talked to them, doesn't even know how this makes you feel. Like, if you don't like talking about your emotions, you've created this for yourself because you haven't expressed this to other people. So therefore you're sitting in this. And it's trying to tell you right now, like, this is a good time to come out and do this. This will mend certain relationships that are soul relationships that you've lost hope over. It will help bring in the new communication that you need. It will help put certain things to rest that really need to calm down. and help you start seeing things from another perspective. Because this last card over here with 12th house and it's saying surrender, it's like there's going to be some things that are just going to have to be let go of. And those things are going to show themselves to you once you start actually being honest. Like, you can't know what needs to stay and what needs to go. Wake me up before you go. But you need to, I swear this group. But before you make an assumption about how someone's going to react, say something first. And that's a big exercise of throat chakra energy, is you actually saying something where you would actually bite your tongue and keep it shut, feeling that it's saving the energy of the room. You can be saving the energy of the room and killing yourself, and I don't think Mr. Unicorn's going to be happy about that. But so let me go ahead and pull these moons over here. See what comes out for you guys. I'm also getting a lot of body aches for you guys too. Like, you guys might want to stretch a little bit more. If you've been sitting since I've been alive for almost 2 hours now and you feel stiff, stretch yourself. See, I'm going to stand up and stretch myself. Let's all do this together. We're going to stand up and stretch. No moaning and groaning. Oh, that feels good. Okay. All of you better have stood up and stretched a little bit. Just saying. Or do it while I'm talking. But you guys need a good stretch. Okay, so I mean, she's in line here. She's getting the connection from her people to be stretching a bit. I just drank my water. Right as this happened, I'm drinking my water. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate it. So let's go ahead and see. See, this is what I'm telling you guys. Like, this nothing is set in stone. It's like feeling like you can, it's because this one thing happened here, or it could have been multiple things. Setting the failure thing on yourself with this energy is pretty much like cementing yourself in what's going to happen, when in reality things are just starting for you guys. Like, there's so many open things here. Like, there's open windows, there's like tons of nature scenery, there's multiple open windows everywhere on here. There's treasure chests, like there's a freaking car. Like, there's so many things that are just like, things are changing. There's opportunities. There's stuff that's open. Don't feel like you're boxed in because of something that's happened, and don't feel like you can't move forward and try new things, because this is coming out with that page too. This is expanding your mind and trying some new stuff, and Jupiter's all about some expansion. It's all about doing some growth. So, and we get, don't let your past hold you back, guys. And the South Node's in Sagittarius. This is a South Node card. And we have, okay, you guys are getting hit with this nodal energy, like I was saying, and it's coming out in Pisces when I talked about Neptune squaring the nodes. It's like, let's just reconfirm what I talked about earlier with not letting this energy start making you doubt yourself. Like, you know your inner truth and you know what's true to you, and you need to speak it. Don't let people doubt your truth. Don't let the past make you doubt your truth. Like, this is like, and this is the area where I had the throat chakra things, and more throat chakra stuff's happening right now. You guys really need to work on this. This is something from your past that, like I said, that inner child is in the 5th house. This is like really pulling that out and realizing that these dreams are worth it, instead of like listening to everybody else. But see, this is seeking right here. This is the thing I was telling you guys about. You need to look more to your guides for validation as opposed to people. With this new moon, Aries energy saying it's time to take action, but it's reversed. This isn't telling you to run out and do stuff. This is an internal action you're taking. This is learning validation for yourself, and it's also learning it from your guides, which is also your intuition as well. It's really learning to trust yourself and your own judgments. And it's like saying, don't start moving forward until you understand that and you have this trust, so you have the foundation with it. Because since nothing is set yet, you can make this what you want. You don't have to go by someone else's blueprint, even if you've been told that your entire life. You go by your blueprint, you go by your time. No one's here forever, and the only one that's with you for your whole life is you. So you need to get to a point where you're comfortable with you, because you're the only person that is literally going to be with you every moment of your life, that is going to actually care about everything you're doing. No one else knows everything in the dark recesses of your mind. Damn it, Nightbot. I need that for this group, though. You guys' throat chakra. You guys need some work. This is like, the first one was flowing out, but the second group, like, I have to keep swallowing just to talk through you guys. Believe in the impossible. Coming out with this, don't lose hope. Don't lose your opportunities. Your wishes can come true. It's like in this line here, like, don't lose confidence in yourself. Don't lose this feeling that you can't be the change in yourself that you want. It's like that, the Michael Jackson I'm getting some traction here. The Michael Jackson song, like, you need to like be the change you want to see in the world and yourself first. Yeah. Like, nothing is gonna come of you staying stuck in this. And wait, Aries came out in 2 places. Like, this is that thing. This is like revolutionizing your inner dwelling here. Because there's going to be no moving forward if you can't learn to do this. You're not going to relate to others in the way you want to. If you're constantly believing what others tell you your limits are, I mean, nothing will happen if you're always believing what other people believe that you're capable of. You know what you're capable of. You wouldn't have the gifts you have if you weren't capable of using them. People do not know what you have until you put it out there. That's just the truth. No one's going to know what you have deep inside that's hidden in your 5th house that you can bring out into the world unless you show it. So they can't even have an assumption or acknowledge your gifts if you've never shown them. So giving someone the power over you and telling you that you can't do that when you've never actually done it for anyone to even see it is already shutting it off. Like, nothing's going to happen if you don't believe that you can do something that you've been given the gifts to do. Guys, I'm tuned into some energy right now, so if everything resonates, then maybe I just did a humongous collective reading for every aspect of your life. And then And you guys got the same card for in the same place as pile one. He coming through here again, guys. You're very close to your goal reversed. This is gonna take time. This is a gentle reminder from him. Take time with yourself. And pay attention when your guides are coming in and going woohoo for you every time that you're doing something that they're really excited about. Like, celebrate yourself. You have a celebration card over here. Celebrate yourself. Whenever you see your guides affirming like they're proud of you, celebrate yourself for a second or a minute or 2 minutes, however long you want to celebrate yourself, or an hour. Who freaking cares how long you celebrate yourself? But do it. You're not going to achieve your goal by not being happy with yourself. And then full moon, guys. Full moon eclipse, and we get full moon, surrender to the divine, 12th house surrender. This energy right here. Quit feeling like you can't let go. Because this is like a big energy of feeling like you can't let go of certain things because it's part of who you are. It's part of your identity, when in reality it's holding you back from your true identity. And divine's coming through again. Like, you guys are definitely getting tons of signs here that are trying to help you move along so you don't stay stuck, because they're really wanting to push you into this energy. Like, it really wouldn't surprise me if, like, once a lot of these planets start going direct and start changing into other signs, if you guys are really going to be put in this position where you can really use your gifts and get acknowledged, but you have to get past this hang up first. But it's a push. It's not like you guys are being told this is the only opportunity you get. If you stay stuck, there's some opportunities you might miss right now, but if you're working on it and going through things, other opportunities will come up. Don't feel like just because you miss one opportunity that more aren't going to come along. There's different things that are going to happen at different times for everybody. But just remember, like, you guys have a lot of things here about not letting other people's opinions come in and change your truth, and your truth is going to pull in the right people. But take your time with it. Don't feel like you need the right people right now. If the only right people you have are your guides right now, then sit with them and love them for being there with you and wanting to shout you on and give you rock concerts every day. Like, they're very vocal about you guys. So let me read out a rose quartz passage for you guys, since I've been talking about what rose quartz does, but we're going to read someone else's words so we can see if some of the words come up from the reading, because I just find that interesting. So, it's the stone of universal love, which Pisces is unconditional love, 12th house unconditional love is subconscious. It's like all that kind of dreamy stuff. Restores trust and harmony in relationships, encouraging unconditional love. It purifies and opens the heart at all levels to promote love, self-love, friendship, deep inner healing, and feelings of peace. Let's see. It helps with depression and sleep disorders. Let's see if I can find a few other thingies for you guys. Connected to the heart chakra. Helps with healing the heart from trauma, from deep emotional wounds. Calling card for those who crave more love in their lives. And it doesn't always need to be romantic. It's about finding a deep sense of compassion and care in the world. Especially if it comes from one of the most important sources who can bring it, oneself. Guys, Mr. Unicorn has been screaming self-love since he showed up on the freaking table. Oh my god. He has been screaming self-love since he showed up on this table. If your heart chakra is blocked, you're going to experience unhealthy behavior when it comes to relationships, relying more on um, codependence, jealousy, and little trust in yourself or other people. What did I say about you guys needing to have more trust in yourself right now? Feeling unworthy or unwilling enough to give yourself the grace of love. Like, guys, I'm reading this from, it puts you back into alignment so you feel connected, comforted, and open to all the possibilities that a joyous life can bring. It's like bringing the hope back over here. It's attuned with goddess energy, connecting to the divine feminine, compassion, peace, mothering. Did I say up here that you guys need to be your own moms, or was that the first pile? Someone needs to be their own moms. Oh my gosh. Okay, so going. It's the feistiest unicorn ever. But he said his piece here. He's gonna chill back there now. Mr. Unicorn. Because he doesn't feel like he needs to be present for these other guys. So we'll see what comes through. Because my next pile, my pink tourmaline pile, is what we're going to next. We're just gonna. I wanted to make a joke earlier before I even started this pile. Is watch each pile just be a different area of everyone's lives that they're needing an intricate reading on. But if that's what happens, well, then that's what was supposed to happen today. We're just gonna go with it. Okay, so on to my pink tourmalines. Let's see what you guys got going on. Pink. Well then, first card out. Pluto, boom, bang. I am a phoenix, bitch. Okay. I'm saying that, and these are the next energies with the Aries and Gemini. I'm done. Pink tourmaline comes before Miss Cube. Miss Cube is the final pile. But so Aquarius was hiding in there. Hello, hi, nice to see you there. Okay, so everything jumped out. Whew, there is a lot. All the freaking energies coming out right here. For one, you guys, this energy wanted to burst out and be like, transformation, let's do this thing. And we got like this Aries, like everything's upright, so this is like some free flowing motion here. This eclipse is bringing on, it's like you guys have a row of things happening here. Because first off, they want to mention Aries, which is talking about how we have that Mars and Chiron going on. You guys are like, I'm gonna make this healing my bitch. Like, I'm gonna transform. Okay, I'm using this. I'm rising with the flames. It's like you guys are just like, oh, like this whole like power thing over here. Like you guys are stomping on it. And then it's like trying to tell you guys right here that this Aquarius and Gemini are linked, which are also linked to this Aries. So you guys are going to be carrying this Aries energy with you for a bit. Or you might have strong Aries placements that are actually pushing you through this healing right now. But this Aquarius Gemini energy, for one, we have the Gemini eclipse that's lasting 6 months. But also with Aquarius, we're going to have the Jupiter Saturn conjunction in Aquarius on the 21st, which is going to start what everyone's calling the age of Aquarius. Now, both of these very striking air energies coming in with communication with literally people with you and communication with huge communities, internet, like this is both small and large groups coming together here. This is like a lot of energy, and this is you guys like transforming and sticking yourself out there. This is like full on, like I'm throwing my energy out there. There's so much blue that this throat chakra is like wide open and it's just like flaring up. Like I am speaking my shit right now. And you guys have a lot to say. You guys, this is this energy right here. I mean, this world card is making me, this world earth picture is making me think of the world card. Like this is your opportunity to speak. Some of you just being on the internet, you need to be speaking and saying shit. And it's like this energy is just opening up, and it's like, boom, throw it out there. You got this. Everything. You're just going to keep transforming over and over and over. It's like a constant rebirth. I feel like this one is. It isn't just one. There's like multiple happening over here. And it's like freaking earthquakes for you guys. And it's just coming on, and you're like taking it and rolling with the punches. Some of it you might not be too happy about, might irritate you a little bit, but you're kind of going with the spontaneity. You're like, okay, I'll keep rolling with this. I'll keep being flexible, because Gemini is mutable energy. It's like, even though Aries is very cardinal energy, it's very like it's the starter. It's going to do this shit. Gemini is very mutable energy. You can create from it. You can be adaptable, whereas Aquarius is very fixed, which makes sense with Jupiter and Saturn being conjunct in Aquarius, because Saturn is a very heavy kind of restrictive energy and Aquarius is a fixed sign. So having this fixed energy, oddly enough, even though it's an air sign, is going to be grounding for this very fiery, impulsive, adaptable energy that's coming in with you guys. So you have this mix coming in that you're somehow being grounded with no earth energy, which is kind of funny. It's like you're being grounded by how much you're allowing your throat to open and speaking shit. Like that's what's grounding you, which might look erratic to other people, but it's actually grounding to you. And it makes no sense whatsoever, but you do you, boo. So we're going to go into what the fairies got to say to you guys, because this, I'm feeling some fast talking coming out of this group too. Protection. You guys are straight up protected. Like, your people coming in, like, no wonder you're getting you do you, boos. Though, with this Aries, these coming out together, with this Aries energy, they are trying to tell you guys, hey, you might want to, don't feel like you can't ask us for help. We're here, we're taking care of you. You don't gotta be like this freaking like blowhorn all by yourself. And also maybe do a little bit of research before you go out spouting some stuff, because you want to make sure what you're putting out is your complete truth and not a half-baked truth. Like you're just kind of throwing out there and being emotional, because this isn't emotional energy. This is very logic, mental energy here, and it's being pushed forward by fire. It's like this impulse to like spread the truth, but make sure that you completely understand what you're doing and you're not just haphazardly throwing stuff out there. But also use yourself as a book as well. Like don't rely solely on other people or solely on what's going on the internet, because media can be very deceiving. So make sure what you are compounding together as your truth is actually yours. It's not like you're putting something out there and regurgitating what someone else is doing. You don't want to do that. And you don't want to ask the wrong people for help, because they'll steer you towards their own visions that they want you to do. You have so much vision here that you don't need anyone else's vision coming into your vision. You got plenty of vision. Like, just go on with your vision. If people want to come with you, because this community right here and friendships, it's like if people want to come with you into your vision, they can come with you and support you in your vision, but don't let someone deter you from what's coming through right now. So let's see. See this right here. They're already saying like, pretty much with this Aquarius energy, that fixed energy and being logic, it's like fuck temptation. I know what I'm doing here. Like straight up fuck it. Like this is like the no nonsense energy here. Like I got it going on. I don't need to deal with this. I know the facts. I know my facts. I know my truth. I'm not going to be tempted by other people's bullshit. Like I don't need that in my life. Bitch bye. It's pretty it's that energy. Manifestation on Gemini. Gemini magician in the tarot coming out right here with manifestation. This pretty much just should just be the freaking magician card for you guys. Just manifest your shit. And this is coming out of transformation. Every transformation you guys are doing, you're manifesting something. It's just straight up like, here's something else. Here's something else. And that's why you're not feeling tempted by anything that's going on in the world. You're just like, I'm doing this shit. I don't fucking care what's going on. I'm not tempted by this bullshit that's being passed around because that's not really what's going on here. And you're manifesting some big confidence by going through this change too. Like every change you have builds your confidence, which is why you're manifesting so much faster and you're not really knowing where it's coming from. And look at this. You got Aquarius, which is 11th house energy and friendship. This energy right here, you guys are bringing in people and you're protected in what you're doing because you're on this fast track right now. You're like, I'm doing this shit. I'm throwing out what isn't working for me anymore. I'm trying to bring in what I'm doing, and you're being completely blessed with it. They're like, no, we're not letting anything stop you guys because you need to be doing this. This is where you're meant to be right now, especially with this Gemini coming out. It's like this eclipse, it's like you're at your doorway, but they are saying don't be afraid to ask them for help. It's like you don't need to be stubborn and do all this shit yourself because you already did a lot of hard work and you're going to keep going through more and more. I feel like there's been a lot of tower moments for this group that they've gone through to get to this point, and it's almost like start manifesting like a crazy person. Your people are coming in, everything's happening. It's like this door is opening up for you guys, and it's going to be like really popping off. Like, no joke. Okay, so let's get some tarot. There's a lot of, I definitely don't feel that swallowing thing anymore that I was feeling with the second pile. Like, this energy is like very fluid. This is very, like, it just flows. It's not wanting to stop at all. It's like it wants to be in constant communication. This could definitely mean for some of you being a platform because it's almost like not stopping the flow. It's like just allowing it to happen because downloads are very big for you guys right now too, especially with how heavy your guides are coming in right here. Be careful who you trust your transformation with because there are people around you that could come in the guise of friends that are actually coming to just gossip. But use your discernment with that. You do have that coming out on protection. So your guides are looking out for those people. So if you get any kind of signs, you pay attention to that shit. Don't sit there and ignore it because you don't think you need help and that you know everything that's good for you. Like, be humble. Like, with this energy, big thing coming through. Stay humble. Even if stuff's like shooting off or whatever, you need to stay humble or you're going to get yourself kicked in the ass. Because that's a bad temptation you can have because the thing with Aquarius is once they start feeling like they know, they can gain, like, I almost called it ignorance, but I said arrogance, which turns into ignorance because you stay in that energy, which is probably why it's trying to tell this group, don't lose your motivation for learning. Don't feel like you know everything. Don't become a God complex because that's when you start spewing your stuff everywhere and people take your stuff and spin it and then ruin the stuff you've been creating and it messes up all your things you're manifesting. Your guides are trying to protect you from this energy. So don't push them away. Truth. Right there. Ace of Swords. Straight up truth. Look, a sword, like the Aries card has a sword. There is so much here about truth with this. Sorry, I smacked the thing. But there's so much here with this truth here and this like blue energy coming out. It's like there's so much talking coming here, and it's a bunch of new, so much new freaking energy coming in that needs to be talked about, possibly downloads and stuff that you're getting that's making you really open up and see things differently. Whereas before you could have been following people and what they were saying, and you're starting to realize, hey, some of these things aren't, yeah, see, some of these things aren't what people are thinking here. Like having this Seven of Wands here, it's like you're starting to gain an advantage over, and especially with this Wands energy, it's making me fear. We'll gain an advantage over fear too, guys. Like you conquer that fear, okay? Conquer. But gaining this feeling of understanding spiritual energy more with this wand's energy, especially with how this wand is very lit up. It's almost like what you're holding is a truth that's coming to you from divine energy, which is why they're saying don't be afraid to talk to them. I mean, they're doing enough for you. You need to like talk to them, at least say thank you. Like that gratitude coming in, be humble. Don't be tempted to be an ass because things are starting to work out finally and you feel like finally it's fucking happening. Like don't lose your roots and what's happening. Like stay like true to yourself. Like be proud of yourself and the things you're doing, but also stay grateful. Like this energy right here, yeah, you know what's going on, you're starting to get it, but don't lose your ability to keep your eyes open. I swear, you guys and your glowing wand sticks. It's like you get the Seven of Wands with that kind of like warning telling you guys, and then you get the Six of Wands. But you're gonna be fucking celebrated, okay? Really fucking celebrated. Look at all this good shit. Just watch out for the. Oh my god, I don't. I don't like this word, but it literally came out like gossip whores. Like, watch out for those, okay? Like, watch out for that. But this right here is just showing me, like, in coming out on Aquarius, some of you guys really are going to blow up on the internet. I don't know who's watching this that it's going to happen to, but some of you guys are really caught up in this, so don't be tempted to follow other people's paths because Aquarius is all about being unique. It's all about being you, and if you're trying to copy what someone else is doing because it works for them, it's not going to work for you. Your thing is literally doing you. You cannot go off and try to follow someone else's truth right now. You need to follow your truth. Otherwise, it's not going to work out. And you're going to get stuck with that shit over there, which is a bunch of negative Nancy's. But see this right here is what I've been telling you guys to watch out for, this energy here. This King of Cups is in reverse and this other cups is in reverse. Like all this gossip and nasty business over here parading around as good people. It's the same with this energy right here. This masculine pushing type energy that's very deceptive. It's very abusive. Can easily come in and try to mess up what you're doing if you are not paying attention. And the thing is, this is a very good manipulator. It will manipulate your emotions and make you feel like what you're doing for them is the right thing. And then you lose out on your opportunities because instead of focusing on the truth and what you have and what you know, and instead of continuing to grow by what you're learning, you start listening to them and it starts blocking off what you're trying to create. It will become a roadblock if you're listening to someone else tell you what you need to be doing, because you know, you've gone through all these freaking transformations, you know stuff, okay? And you know where to look for the information you need. You just need to trust yourself. And if you don't know where to look, ask your people that are sitting here creating this circle of thing trying to protect you from this. Guys, I talked about the magician. With manifesting in Gemini and it being reversed over here. You guys, don't allow your manifestations to get blocked by this energy trying to come in. It's one of the things you have to realize. You've been doing this work. Don't allow yourself to fall and prey to being arrogant and ignorant and allowing someone else to use your gifts because they feel like they know They could even be someone that like parades themselves as a medium, or they're an intuitive or whatever. If they're telling you what to do with your talents and what you're bringing out, don't listen. You know what your talents are for. That's why you're protected right now. You've gone through enough shit to know what your talents are. You don't need someone telling you who your talents are, what your talents are, where your talents are. I don't care. The who, what, when, where. I don't care what's going on with the talents. You don't need anyone telling you what's going on with them. You know, you're connected. You're very connected right now. Don't doubt your connection. Don't doubt these things coming to you. And don't let someone come in and try to turn this beautiful manifestation into a completely blocked energy that only benefits them. So let's go into some more energies, guys. Okay. Allow them to protect you, people. Allow it. You guys have gone through a lot of transformations. There might be some more transformations still coming, obviously, going into this energy. Allow it. It's good. It's good for you. Allow the bullshit to fall away. Allow your people to protect you and shove those people away and listen to the signs. Like, oh shit. I like how Mars is coming out under Aries here, but it's like reverse saying action. Calm your tits. Seriously, calm your tits, guys. We need some chill mode here. Like I'm telling you, like talking throughout this pile has been nothing but this like bam, 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 bam energy. And you have to realize this energy right here isn't going away for a while. Like all of these planetary placements are going to be here for a bit. So even if this is opening right now and you're starting to see it, don't feel like you have to burn yourself out to keep it going. Because you don't. You can take it slow. You don't have to like be all like wham bam thank you ma'am and like walk off and like that was like your lay for like the rest of the year. Like you don't need to do that. So let's see. Oh man, these cards are just wanting to. What the hell was I saying about freaking roots? What was I saying? Guys, fourth house roots reverse. Soul. Do not forget your soul here. This is your soul ties. Your soul people trying to come in too. This can be that too with soul family. But this is really like understanding what your roots are. Like, what is your truth rooted in? Is it rooted in you or is it rooted in bullshit? And if you're rooted in bullshit right now, like, you're seriously blocking yourself from this stuff. You guys see how awesome this looks. Like, it looks really good. It's just having to deal with bitches. But it's like you need to slow down and root yourself in yourself and not be afraid to learn some new stuff. So that way it's not like you're just throwing your junk out there and everyone's like, what the hell is wrong with this person? It's like you need to come out firmly rooted. If you start having this action going and you're not firmly rooted, you're going to miss out on these because you're going to feel like you have the advantage, but in reality it's going to fall flat. You need to realize that you're going through these transformations, one, to show you that you have the courage and you can do it and you have the voice to do it, but it's also trying to teach you patience, because having these certain things reversed up here is trying to show you need to have patience. Don't jump at the first ship. Don't jump at the first thing. What is yours. You've been creating it. If someone's trying to say, go do this to you, then like obviously they're this energy, because what's for you isn't going to come and try to shove you into a channel. It's going to be like just naturally there. This stuff, if you look at it, is just there. It's not trying to come in and force anything. It's not trying to make anything happen. And I already told you guys in this reading, it's not emotions. This is not emotions. And if you notice, both of the emotion cards, these cup cards, are reversed. It's saying keep the emotions out of it, be more logical, and understand what's going on around you, and don't miss the things. Let them coming in and trying to protect you from these negativity little life suckers trying to come in and do stuff to your shit, really step back and realize just the opportunities you're being given. And don't allow others to take it from you. Allowing can go both ways. Don't allow people to take it from you, but also allow the shit to fall away. And then this right here, this opposition with balance. When you think of opposition, and we're talking about astrology, this eclipse was an opposition. It was the moon opposing the sun. And this opposition energy creates this need for balance. It creates this need for understanding both energies so we can work through them. This is coming out in this area where it's temptation and this recognition. It's like, learn the balance. Don't be tempted to follow other people's stuff. Like I was saying, you need to know your balance. You need to know your truth. You need to be able to go into your truth and bring that out and have that balance and not be tempted by other people and what they say their truth is. If something resonates for you, it resonates for you. It's your thing. You don't need to sit and justify it to no damn body. Like, your balance needs to come from within, and your truth needs to be balanced with knowledge, not just you running your mouth, which can happen with Gemini energy, especially with what's going on right now, because Gemini energy is also trickster energy. So be really aware, in this Gemini energy with this King of Cups, be aware of the trickster stuff like I was telling you. Don't let people trick you out of what's yours. And then we have Cancer again, and this Cancer is coming out reversed on top of this King of Cups reversed. Guys, and the Cancer's 4th house energy. This is really trying to tell you guys, anything dealing with emotions is not going to help you with this shit. Because you're going to be very tempted to do things in ways you used to do them with Cancer energy. It's like reverting back. It's like that 6 of Cups energy where you keep going back to memories of how something used to be. It was good this way. Don't be tempted to do that. Don't be tempted when people from your past show up and they're like, hey, we got a thing for you. It's like, no, fuck off. I got my own thing. Like, you don't need to be going with people from the past right now. That is not what they're showing up for, okay? They're showing up with 3 of Cups energy reversed. They're not showing up with like this nurturing energy. They're trying to take away from your balance and your roots. They're not trying to add to it. Be very discerning. That's why you have this protection around you, and you have to allow it, and you have to listen. And bottom of the deck energy, we have the sun, guys. Like, you can just explode and go off like a star. Let's just do it. But this is also being aware of the light you're shining. It's like I was saying, be aware of what you are spreading out into the world, whether it's in your close circle, whether it's in a group you're in, whether it's on a platform, wherever, whatever this is happening in. Be aware of yourself and what you're choosing to put out there right now. Because this right here, this sun energy, is all about shining the light on shit. And it's in Sagittarius. Sun's in Sagittarius, part of that opposition right here. This Gemini was moon, and the sun's in Sagittarius. Balancing these energies is very important. Enjoy the call. Gosh, this pile had me talking fast. I had to drink some water. Okay. Let's see these moon energies for the pink tourmalines. Pink tourmalines. I'm gonna let you guys know, I got the pink tourmaline because Mr. Unicorn decided to like knock it completely over with himself. So he was picking pink tourmaline, guys. He seems to have his hand in everything except the cube today. I just heard bitch please. This card says it's a time to give rather than to take. And the literal energy that came from it was bitch please. And your guides are very heavy in this pile. They're saying, no, you don't give to these bullshitters. There's no giving to them. You keep your energy to yourself. We're working too hard to be protecting your energy for you to be going off and giving it to these people. I don't even know what they want to call them. They're at a loss for words for who these people are. But it's like, no, you're not giving your shit to them. And this is like that Virgo energy where you want to like be of service and help people. They're like, hell no. This is your time. It's your time to shine. We're giving you this shit for a reason. We're not giving it for you to go off and give to other people. We are trying to protect it. It's like we are trying to protect the phoenix right now, and if you go off giving your shit to other people, it completely busts what we're trying to do right now. Like this energy over here, it busts the manifestation if you start listening to this shit. So we got full moon in Gemini, and the answers you need are coming in reverse. Guys, these answers are not going to come if you are shoving yourself headfirst into this. It is not going to happen because you're not making room for them. See how this is reversed with the needing to do research and needing to ask for help? It's like you guys are refusing to kind of go outside of this like shove forward energy where it's trying to tell you to kind of step back a little bit with how much you're shoving yourself, and kind of like take some time to understand the energy. Understand it. Yes, you can be amped up about it and be excited, but understand it. You need to understand what your truth is and what you're grounded in before you throw it out there. And you're not going to get these answers by just pushing it. This isn't, even though it really looks like it, it's very deceiving. It looks like a masculine energy pile, but you guys are really a I don't know where my thoughts went there, but this is a feminine energy pile, even though it doesn't look that way. Because you have to realize what this thing is telling you is this stuff is coming. It's not telling you to go out and do it. It says you've been doing it. You've been working on your transformations, but now your truth is going to be heard. And people come to you. You're not trying to find people, okay? You're not trying to find people to listen to you. People are going to come to you. And it's going to create community. It's going to create friendships. It's going to create this energy where you're just manifesting these things showing up. You are not supposed to be going out and shoving your nose into things right now. Any research you're doing should be things for you, not for other people. So if you're going around and spreading your energy thin and giving to other things right now, when your people are like, you need to come back here, it's like they're trying to like drag you back into yourself so you actually do find the answers you're looking for, because this is coming out on your truth. This is new truth. The answers you need are coming slowly, okay? Be patient. Like I said, you guys are given these things to be patient. There's so much about patience here. It's very tempting to go rushing off and have your God complex right now, but you need to sit a little bit. You need to simmer. There's a lot of blazing energy in here. But the thing is, if you rush off right now, you're going to be rushing out with emotion. You're not going to be rushing out with logic. You need to step back and breathe a little. Deep breathing, ASMR. See, the thing you're focusing on with this energy is trying to tell you conclusions are coming, and this is the full moon eclipse. This is trying to show you guys that obviously with this eclipse showing up, once again, this is the span of 6 months, guys. We're just going to reiterate this for every pile because it seems like it needs to be reiterated. This is a time span here. Yes, these energies are getting amped up very high for this pile right now. It's like a portal. It wants to boot kick you into it, but it also wants you to learn before you're boot kicked into it. It wants you to get boot kicked when you're ready, not when you're premature. Like, they don't want some, like, I don't know why I heard premature sperm. I don't know why we want some premature ejaculation happening here. You guys better be watching out for getting pregnant for those of you that are doing stuff. I honestly don't know where that came from. And it's on top of the family house. Okay, we're just going to be careful with that, guys. Be careful. Some of you might be very fertile. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Because you guys are definitely manifesting machines right now, so you could easily be fertile on top of that. I really don't know why I keep talking about that. But anyways, make sure your intentions that you're setting right now are for you just to be grounded in what is you. Not in, it's like you can go and look into what other people have going on, but just because you really like somebody, don't sit there and take everything for face value. Like, make sure that what you're pulling into yourself are things you resonate with. Like, if you resonate with only a tiny bit, then take the tiny bit. Don't feel like you have to take the whole enchilada, which I'm really craving Mexican food right now for some reason. If anyone is eating Mexican food, I'm going to cut you because I really want an enchilada right now. But this whole energy right here is being able to sit and realize that you got this without feeling like you need to put yourself out there. This isn't put yourself out there shit. This is like, this stuff's coming to you. You've been doing it, okay? Like, it's sitting, it's coming to you really pretty right now. There's plenty of stuff coming to you. This is about leaning into that divine feminine and just letting it come to you. The only thing you should be shoving yourself into is learning about yourself. And don't go around giving your energy to people that don't deserve it. You need to be watching out for that. Okay, so you guys, it's time to take action. Aries, Mars is. You're not supposed to be taking action on certain things. Now, what you need to be like I told you guys, there's certain things you guys shouldn't be taking action on. But this right here, this new moon coming up, which means what this is trying to say right here is a timeline for you guys. This new moon, which the new moon is going to be Sagittarius, is going to be a fire sign. But it's going to have the same combustibility for you guys as Aries energy because you have such strong Aries either placements or aspects right now. And plus it'll probably trine, I think. It should, when we have it, it should be trining with the degrees because it should be at later degrees. So it's really possible that Mars is going to be trining the Sagittarius sun when we have the new moon eclipse. But this energy right here is trying to tell you guys, like, this time, like, it's going to be about 2.5 weeks before we get to this new moon that's going to be in Sagittarius with this fiery energy. That's going to be when you can start kind of like having some fun and going forward a little bit and starting to like get your toes wet. Like right now is like, you know, it's here, it's coming, it's within reach because it is pretty close. I mean, they're trying to tell you it's pretty close, but it's not right now. At the time of this eclipse, at this very moment, it's not right now. It's within reach, but it's not right now. It's not saying, hey, full moon eclipse, do it now. No, it's not saying that. It's saying new moon, take action. So you guys need to take these 2 weeks. Like I've been saying, hone your truth. Hone your roots and hone your truth. That's what you need to be doing right now. Because that's what needs to be worked on. Now, you guys putting fucking burritos in the chat. But, this is all about, like, pretty much like I was just about to say a finely sharpened knife, and I just remembered how many swords you guys have in this pile. This is, like, really, bringing in that energy of really sharpening your skills, sharpening your wit, sharpening your communication. Like, your truth comes out really fluent when you are very comfortable in what you have to say and you're very rooted in what you have to say, and no one can shake it. And that's what these people are going to come in trying to do, is shake it. And that's what this temptation is like, watch out for being shaken by people who aren't steady in their truth and are just going to try to take from you, which your guides are trying to protect you from, but they can't protect you if you go off and do some stupid stuff while they're trying to do it. This is sweet, okay? Look at this, guys. This is so freaking sweet. They're telling you don't give your energy to other people right now. Like, it's for you. They're trying to protect you. And at the same time, you are good enough, guys. You're good enough. Literally, they're trying to come through. Instead of that Virgo energy feeling like you need to give everything you have to other people, you need to realize you're good enough that you don't need to be constantly doing certain things because you don't feel like you're getting the answers you need. You need to realize right now, this very second, you might be getting this energy because it's bursting onto you and you're starting to feel it a little bit, but that doesn't mean that it's meant to be happening right at the second. You need to realize that you're good enough. You need to have that foundation in it. Your truth is good enough to be heard. And that's really important because it coming out on the opposition card, it's like you can't take action fully and be completely honest until you know you're good enough. And that's the push and pull here. You cannot take the action and be completely happy and honest in what you're doing until you feel this with yourself. Until you have that feeling of peace of knowing that no one's going to shake how I feel. And if I grow and change my opinion because I am learning and I am human, that doesn't make me less because I change my opinion. Because things change, people change. And that's why it's so important to know deep down in your core that as you learn, don't feel like learning is bad because you might learn a different logic or you might learn a different point of view, and then it's going to create this cognitive dissonance where it's like that can't exist in my world. It messes up my world. Don't be afraid of learning things because you're afraid it'll shatter your world. You guys are just freaking phoenixes, okay? It's gonna keep happening over and over again. Things are gonna keep getting showered. You're pretty much walking tower moments. I completely sympathize here, being a walking tower moment. Things are gonna change, viewpoints of people are gonna change, but it's because you're growing. And that's a good thing. You're good enough. Nurture yourself. Don't feel like you need to shut down any part of yourself. You guys are making me hungry. Yes. I don't know, Ask Goddess. Oh my god, it blocked your thing because it was Ask Goddess. You're like, do you really want to allow someone to talk about Ask Goddesses in your chat? Oh my god. Because you needed it, Owen. It's good to sleep. And this right here, this is upright. Like, you guys already know. And I was saying this with, okay, these were poking me together. And I'm getting a couple messages from these two at the same time. First one is, this is don't let your past hold you back. And then also, confidence is your key to success. Now, this energy, like I was telling you guys with the past coming back, it could be people coming back trying to sway you to do things out of emotion. Don't let that hold you back. And at the same time, don't get cocky because these people are coming back and wanting your attention. You need to be very careful because that's something else that can come that can create the arrogance, which turns into ignorance, and that makes you start doing things that aren't in alignment with you because you get too cocky, because you get too full of yourself, because all of a sudden you're getting this attention from people that weren't giving it to you before, and they come back and they're giving it to you because you're starting to do something that they're interested in and they want you to do shit for them. That's not okay. Like, don't let your head get big and then screw yourself over because something's coming. Oh, okay, I don't know what it is with you people and having babies. You need to chill. But coming in you, my god. But this right here is a big message for you guys, that if people are trying to come in and swoop up what you're finally starting to do, pay attention. Pay attention. Don't get cocky and block off everything that's trying to come in and help you. But another thing here is also, don't, like, this you are good enough is coming into this with this confidence is the key to success being reversed. You have to feel like you're good enough. Otherwise, you're just going to keep holding yourself back because you're repeating over and over, even though you've been through all these lessons and all these rebirths, you're still thinking the same thing. The same emotions are replaying. This sponge like energy is just sitting on you. You need to break out of your shell and realize that the past is the past. You learned what you had to learn. You took with you what you needed, and you can leave behind what isn't serving you. You don't have to feel like you need to give yourself to these things constantly just because it might be part of an old identity. It is okay to grow and change. It's okay to feel you are good enough as you are growing and changing and have confidence in yourself while you're doing it. You shouldn't feel ashamed. This says cardinal moon, and I was talking, the other piles. I was not talking about mutable and cardinal and all that other stuff, and we get cardinal moon when I was talking. I'm so done. But be bold and make the first move. Like I was saying, you guys got a lot of conflicting things going on here. This first move right here, Aries, this Mars, all this fiery energy. Yes, be bold and make the move in divine timing, guys. This is a lot about allowing divine timing right here. They want you to do things in order. They don't want you skipping steps. If you skip steps, you screw things over and leave yourself open to this bullshit. Like, you need to do the rooting first. Don't just think that since you're starting to feel this energy and it's starting to slowly come in over the next few days or the next couple weeks that you can skip out on this work. You need to do this. You need to ground yourself in your truth, or you're going to be spouting bullshit and just be another regurgitator. And you're not going to go anywhere. Don't go making moves until you know yourself. Okay, so let me read Pink Tourmaline to you guys. Oh my god. Oh. um, in a way, Owen, but it has a lot more different properties. But it's also known as rubellite as well. So let's go ahead and talk about pink tourmaline. So it's a powerful healing tool. It brings energy up from the solar plexus to the heart and beyond to the throat chakra. It's literally what I was saying with you guys. Um, Gently opens, cleanses, calms, patience, calming. Yes, we need that. And lights up the heart chakra and acts as an antidepressant. Well then, release of emotional pain and old destructive feelings, supports the healing of the heart and generates feelings of confidence and trust. Mental balancing, calming energies, useful for those who suffer from insomnia, especially helpful with children. Oh, I'm just gonna find another thing. It's children coming up again. Mm, I'm still here. I'm looking. I'm trying to see. But drink your water. Oh my god, you guys. Okay. So we have. Oh goodness. Okay, so I'm going to continue with reading this. We have love, compassion, emotional healing, and self love. It calms one's emotions in times of distress. Helps with daily bouts of anxiety. Um, let's see. Great for people who have recently gone through tragedy, heartbreak, loss of a loved one. Um, helps you face whatever is weighing on you and look for a resolution. It helps with meditation, new beginnings, nourishing and rejuvenation, nurturing, opportunities. Literally, the word opportunity. I'm fine. Opportunities, guys. Once again, PTSD, peace of mind, relaxation, joy, self-discovery. I don't know how many times I told you guys to be discovering your damn self in this reading. Self-healing, selflessness, sense of purpose, guys. Soothing, stress relief, trauma, trust, truth. I don't know any freaking truth in this damn reading. Um, creating your own reality, calming and patience. Just okay. Just compassion, emotional understanding, generosity, gentle self-expression, grief and mourning, growth, inner peace, inspiration and insight. And it's connected to Venus and Libra and the element of water. Well then. Oh my god, you guys. I'm gonna get blasted with messages. I'm pregnant, oh my god. I'm like, hey, the fuck? I'm not the one that wanted to be talking about pregnancy either, guys. Maybe I should just go out and get one. Shit, even though I have my period. Make me all damn paranoid. But it's you, Owen, yeah, of course it's you. The only one that's not here worried about missing his period. I didn't miss mine though, so it's good. It's good. Okay, moving onto the fluorite cube. The cube. Wait, can we make you sparkle? Maybe while we're doing this. Eh, no, no sparkles. We don't get sparkles. I know this is like very random, but if I can get a sparkle, that'd be very cool. Okay, I'm not seeing sparkles, so we're just gonna leave it there. Um, I would not be happy if it was me. That this oh my god, this would not be a good time for that. Oh hell, would break loose. Oh my god, that would not be good for me at all. Especially since my health is not okay yet. That would be like, But let's see what's going on with my last pile, my fluorites. First house. Frank house. She's mighty mighty. But not feeling herself because it's reversed. Ooh, Scorpio energy. The first pile we saw was some Scorpio energy coming out. We might, but this is not the time for cute damn babies right now. Leo reversed. Ooh, that's interesting. That I started singing that and then okay then. And and Uranus. I don't know why I wanted to come out that way. But and bottom okay, look. Leo is ruler of the fifth house and we have fifth house as bottom of the deck energy upright. This group right here. I know I made that joke about not feeling yourself, but you're actually not feeling yourself. Like you're not for some reason. And it has to do with you feeling this need to be unique and it just isn't happening. Like you keep trying things, but you feel like everyone isn't seeing you for what you want to be seen as, and it's having a direct impact on your confidence, on what you desire to do with your life, these very deep, heartfelt things. Because it's like you're feeling really deep right now with this Scorpio energy. There's just all this depth to you that you're wanting to bring out, but you don't know how to share it. It's feeling very blocked off. Um, this has a lot of energy. It's like the reason this is wanting to come out is your heart's wanting to be able to speak right now, but not being able to express it is what's hurting you guys, because this needs to be done in a way that is for you. It's like other people, it's not going to help you if you're trying to use other people's methods of expressing yourself. Like you have to do this in a way where you're allowing yourself to flow with this energy. Because having this reverse and how Uranus and Aquarius are a lot about humanity and the group mentality and everything. With this reverse, this is more oneness, especially with the first house here. It's almost like since it's reversed, it's like you're not focusing on your oneness. You're not focusing on what makes you stand out. It's almost like you're burying yourself in this sorrow because it's not, you can't express these things because you feel like it's awkward and weird and it doesn't make sense and like no one's going to understand you. That doesn't fucking matter. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. I always feel like no one's gonna understand what the fuck I'm talking about most of the time, and it turns out people understand it and they connect with it. So I'm happy about that. So you gotta realize that you gotta do the same thing. You gotta be okay with feeling like you might look a little foolish sometimes because you're being who you actually are. And that's really important for transparency because people that aren't being transparent right now, that aren't showing their actual hearts right now and everything they're doing, are pretty much getting a mass awakening and everyone's seeing them for their bullshit. It's just going to keep happening that way. And as we move well then, as we move further into the full energy of this dawning of the age of Aquarius, it's going to get heavier and more people are going to get ferreted out. These communities that are standing on basically a bunch of empty shells and not true authentic people are going to start crumbling, and only the ones that are there with their purpose in mind and not afraid to share their uniqueness and their truth are going to be the ones left standing. And that one just kind of popped out. Look in a book. Oh my god, bot. Though my mouth is feeling kind of dry. But this energy coming out on the first house, this looking in a book thing is really making me feel like you guys need to find your own way of expression. And the only way I think to do that for you guys is to almost write your own book, but not in the sense where you guys need to write a novel or anything. Just free write. Don't put constructs on it, and construct a new way of looking at your heart and your depth, because right now the way you're looking at it is like it's holding you back, when in reality it's what's going to give you your creativity. It's what's going to help you start bounding forward, is when you understand this. And you have to realize, you yourself, you're a book. Like, you have this whole thing. You can write new chapters at any given time. Like, you are your own book, you are your own author. And you need to realize that people's projections, especially with first house, because people can project on you like crazy, people's projections are not your identity. And you don't need to hold that on yourself and block your heart off and keep that up as a shield. Yeah, because time is precious. People, precious time. Don't be wasting your time and your energy on other people's bullshit. Like, it's just not worth it. Like, your heart and what you want to do is way too precious to be wasting it on people that can't see this. If they can't see it, and they can't see the pain it causes you to close off and not be who you actually are, then obviously they're not paying attention to you at all. And your time is not precious to them. Inspiration on Leo. This fifth house inspiration, Leo energy, this is so much heart energy right here. Just be inspired by your heart. Quit blocking off your heart out of fear of being different. Don't do it. Like, be inspired by yourself, because you're just sucking the life out of yourself otherwise. This life energy reversed. You're just draining yourself completely by not allowing your heart to express itself. Healing! Duck, duck! With the rainbow! But seriously, bottom of deck energy here. We got some healing energy coming in. It's going to be very healing for you guys to express what's actually in your heart and not what other people think is in your heart. You need to express the truth, even if it's weird. Okay? Weird is good.